connection with your sacral depends on how much time you spend connecting with it. The sacral calibrations that I do here, where I ask, are you standing up? Are you thirsty? Are you outside? Where I'm giving your sacral something to respond to, this is something that you can actually do for yourself, and I hope that you would. So here's how to do it. It's actually very simple. Just record yourself asking 20 yes or no questions. Now, these questions have to be very vanilla. And if you're just getting started out connecting with your sacral, I mean like super extra vanilla. Like, are you outside? Are you thirsty? Are you hungry? Because the goal is for you to get a baseline reading with your sacral and then build off that baseline for more complex and emotional questions. Connecting with your sacral is just like breathing. You're always connected to it, but how aware of your sacral are you? How aware of your breathing are you? And while a lot of people might put a lot of energy into becoming aware of their breath or their heartbeat, not enough put energy into being aware of what their sacral is responding to in every given moment. And for generators, which is 70% of the population, people with defined sacral, this is super helpful because you could literally just follow your sacral and you'll always be making decisions that you have energy for or that your sacral deems worthwhile. And this doesn't mean that the non-sacral beings have to miss out. I actually think it's super important for non-sacral beings to practice the sacral calibration, understanding the language of and and how that differs from the splenic, we're gonna die here, and how that differs from the emotions, I feel this and then I feel that and I'm supposed to do this, and then distinguishing that from the mind, which is constantly problem solving. Like, these are subtle nuances that, especially not having a defined sacral, this calibration will help you. And those sacral noises that come out of your mouth, even the words that eventually come out of your mouth, you don't have to attach to those things the same way a sacral being would. And it's not even that they're attached to those things so much as those things are coming out from inside them. So the more responsibility you take for your own sacral energy, the more satisfying life. Another really cool thing you can do with sacral calibration, as opposed to making sounds, uh-huhs and uh-uhs, is you can actually feel the magnetism, whether this thing is like exciting me and wanting me to stand up, or I'm like, no, I want to lay down. Those are also sacral responses. And it's important to consider what it is that you're responding to and if you have a response. For instance, a lot of people think that they're responding with their sacral when they're actually just making shit up in their mind. This causes them to initiate out of a place of lack, out of a place of not self typically, because they're not actually tuning into the sacral response, which over time in practicing the sacral calibration, you will attune to what is a sacral response and what is mind stuff, what is emotional stuff, what is splenic instinct. Those are all different flavors of awareness that all have practical application if you learn to distinguish them. If you find this information, please just share it out to your friends. I have reports, I have sessions you can buy, I have courses, I have all that stuff, but really I just want this information to get out there so people can start experimenting for themselves, and hopefully if they actually conduct the experiment, they can leave and live more satisfying, peaceful, surprising, and successful lives. Peace.